What is up, guys? Wraec is here with a new video, and today I've got quite a few things that we have to talk about. First of all, we got those wonderful new puppets in Flameshrine. I have no idea why, but we are going to check out this Abyss puppet later. I want to record some footage so I can check out all the skills, because they seem to be quite mysterious. I have no idea. So I made a very nice Flameshrine team that we can check out and watch some footage of in the background. And the other thing is, there was some controversy around the Awakening session returning, and they changed that up a little bit, and we are going to take a look at that right now and check out what's happening there and what's my opinion on it, because it's quite a bad move by DH, let's be honest about that. So, Soul Awakening session, you are ranked at 200 points this time. This is pretty good because you're in there a bit earlier. Sometimes it's 300 points, but again they made the accessory Soul Awakening Gala go up to 600 points during the time where it was 300. I think the Soul Awakening Gala just went to 200, and then you had to spend extra to get the next 100 points to get into Soul Awakening session as well. Now you can just go to 200, be in there, and well, I guess the rest is for whales. Well, I mean, if you go to 100 already, might as well get the sublimation chest. Pretty nice, I guess. The 600 are way outside. There's like a ton of points that you need extra if you want to go from 300 to 600. It's quite the way. That wasn't the thing, though. Soul Awakening session. Two things. First, one thing in terms of aesthetics. Like, this looks horrible. I don't know. I don't know who made this, but like, probably hire somebody that can do it, because this was not the person that can do it. Somebody cut those out in game and then pasted them in there, apparently, because that is how this looks. Doesn't look very good. This is very low resolution. All of those don't look very nice. If somehow your graphic designer doesn't have the files, I have them. It is no problem. I can show you guys. Like, just a solution comparison. That is the A-core file from the game. A-core, high resolution, A-core, low resolution. I have no idea why I have a higher resolution file of the A-summoning core than they have. They didn't send that to me, though. So, I don't know. Maybe magic. I have no idea. But this looks horrible. Off-center stuff, everything here, and you could use files like this and put that in there in a proper way. And I'm not even the most artistically gifted person, but I mean, this one is a bit too much. Let's be honest. Like this looks horrible. This looks really horrible. So aesthetics out of the way, let's get to the core of this thing. What did they do? Basically, they kept the top 100 the same, and then they suddenly got the idea that they needed 2 more tiers in the Immortal tier, which is basically 100 to 300. That was before 101 to max. So everybody got a B+ core, which was very nice. People appreciated that. People liked that. It led to a problem, and we're going to talk about this in a second. And that is also why I think DH is doing this. So 101 to 300 B+ core, 301 to 1000 B core, which I guess all of these 600 people will either get the B+ core, will probably most likely get the B core. And then we have 1001 to max B- core. B- core is about 25 times worse than a B+ core, if I remember correctly. B+ was a 1 in 25% chance for an A- or above, which is pretty decent. I mean, you can farm out the contract starry gems to do 20 Soul Awakening Galas over time, which is, I mean, not very nice. But if there are some other souls, you maybe get one from Black Friday or do some events, you can get yourself a free-to-play A- at one point. Would be possible. So people in general appreciated that, and that is very nice. With B- you can completely forget that. So if you need 25 more cores to achieve the same as you would with B+ cores, there is no way. There is no way you're going to farm out 500 B- cores. It's impossible. So it is quite the loot nerf, and it makes the entire strategy. I think I talked about it and said, well, it's now really worth it to go for those B+ cores in Gala. It's no longer worth it. It's done. It's basically dead. For the B- core, you don't have to go in there. It's not useful. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that. So DH killed Gala for free-to-play and low spenders, and really whales mostly just go in there no longer for a B- core or for a B core. They just passively get in there because they do the Gala to get the DT mats. So really, we have the people that aim for top 100 which will be very expensive this time, I reckon. So probably if you wanted to do an awakening session, wait for the next one. So there's like another 2 months of waiting, I guess. But this time I think it will be expensive. At least wait for Thursday or Wednesday, so that you can see how high the points really go. Will be a bit insane, I think. So, but what's the reason for that? So before we go into the reason, let's get into Flameshrine, so we have something interesting to watch while I talk. So this puppet, lower points than usual from the people here. I made MFF faster than LFA, I made SQH faster than LFA, I made Olivia faster than LFA. LFA has about 10 million attack less than usual. So that is our setup. We'll see how good we survive. And while we see that, let's talk about the reason of the age for nerfing this event. And it's a bit of a horrible one, I think. Well, I can only speculate what the reason was. But the age is fighting Starry Gem farmers. And Starry Gem farmers have been quite a big problem for them. They want to sell Starry Gems, have not really been able to, because the market in the on the black market is quite a bit cheaper, of course, than their in-game price. The price outside of the auction house, I think in the neighborhood of 25 USD per 2,500 Starry Gems at the moment. While in-game, obviously, you're talking about 100 USD per 2,500 Starry Gems, so about 4 times as much, which is insane. And the age obviously wants to sell some Starry Gems. They don't want to keep that entire market to the black market sellers, so they try to get rid of them. They ban some people. I particularly heard of some Vietnamese players or farmers that got banned, alleged farmers, we don't know, that got banned. And GH is in the background trying to solve that. And they noticed, I think they have to have noticed last time when we had the gala, suddenly the auction house was flooded with copies. Starry Gem farmers made a lot of Starry Gems by selling off high tier copies they summoned with the cores from gala, with the summons from gala. And then DH said, okay, now they have a ton of Starry Gems. Apparently they focus on those sessions. Let's try them out. And I think that's the reason they skipped one. That's the reason they skipped one. And now they noticed, oh, well, players really, really don't like that if we skip a gala. Now brought the gala back and said, okay, what else can we do? And their only real idea was to nerf it, which I think is a bit sad. It's a bit sad if we think about that, because there are far better solutions than doing that. I just from the top of my head, the first solution that I thought of for gala was like, okay, you get the core if you reach 300 points and if you defeat some arbitrary boss. It wouldn't even need to be a tough challenge, like something you can do with 100 million power or something like that, because those farm accounts don't have that. They have random heroes usually on them and not much else. So, well, that would solve it for a lot of those accounts and wouldn't harm any normal player, because most normal players could easily do it. And if you're not strong enough, well, then wait a bit. That's just how the game goes. So most players would not be that challenged by it. So I don't know why they didn't find another way to solve this issue. But beyond that, that is also, it comes at a bad time. It comes at a really bad time, because right now we have AFK Journey. And if you look at my channel, 4.4 E plus 17 is not too bad. I mean, we saw a lot of debuffs. You should probably switch to Mark Purify. If you look at my channel, tons of AFK Journey content. If you look at Barry's channel, Barry Gaming, there is no AFK Journey content. But if you hop over to more Barry Gaming, which is his dedicated AFK Journey channel, tons of AFK Journey content, tons of views, because Barry gets a real ton of views on those videos, and they are very, very successful. He's very happy with it, and I like seeing that. That's pretty cool. I'm a bit jealous. I want some good views there as well, but honestly, my AFK Journey videos have only been improving, and we got some very nice views on the last ones. So I'm also very happy with that. And even the British guy started doing some videos on AFK Journey, which, okay, can do. And so, like, they are in this very tough situation at the moment where a lot of players go for AFK Journey. They go for AFK Journey because they see it's a great game. It is an insanely good game. And they start playing that, and DH should now at this point be fighting to be attractive. Attractive to the players, that is. They should try to get our attention, try to keep us invested into Idle Heroes, engage into Idle Heroes, and should try to do everything they can to keep us in there. And that's not only talking about the content creator side. I mean, of course, it's a bit weird that all of the content creators of a game just, well, they make content for AFK Journey. You don't even get a message from DH Games like, wait, what's up? I'm still going to do content about idols. I would have expected that, let's be honest about that. I would think that a company is worried if something like that happens. Wasn't the case. So, but for players, it's all the more the case. I can make good views with Idle Heroes content, so I still have like an incentive to go to Idle Heroes and make content about it. But for some players, if you're free to play and you notice, well, the game disrespects me in that sense, and makes the gala worse for me, makes the content worse for me, and I had high hopes that I get a B+, and I was maybe even waiting for now 4 months to get this B+ score to have another chance at an A-, and then something like this happens. That's just so bad. That's just so bad and such bad timing. Even if I thought, okay, the Starry Gem farmers are a problem for me and I would have to combat that in some sense, I would have waited. I would have waited with that. You just have to wait for a few weeks or something. That was a ton of damage on this boss, by the way. Just for a few weeks or something, just so that I can be sure that the players no longer instantly switch to AFK Journey if I do something like this. Where the competition that I have with them calmed a bit down. Everybody knows which game they belong, basically, or know which game they like. Maybe AFK Journey isn't that hyped anymore in 1 or 2 months. Might be the case, but not right now. Now it's the big hype for AFK Journey. You can't just do something like this in a situation where another game does so much advertisement, does so much work to be attractive, and then you make it very easy for them by just being as little attractive as you can. So, yeah, I don't understand it. It is a bad strategy, in my opinion. And DH should definitely work at that. So, yeah, that's basically my take on it. Looking at those bosses, I don't see much happening. I see debuffs. That is a crit % debuff. I saw an attack debuff as well. But Attribute Reduction Purify doubled our damage. Still, quite a lot of debuffs there. That is a lot of crit debuffs. Still, like half of our hits didn't crit, which isn't too bad. It's actually still decent. So yeah, I don't mind this team. This team seems to do very well, even against those bosses. And I'm not sure with the life of those puppets, like it was moving quite a lot. Still, I mean, they're not dead. We're going to see. We have 2 more attacks, so let's take a look at that. Regarding this whole Soul Awakening session debacle, that's really all I have to say about it. If you want to type something down in the comments, you can. I already saw that on the Idle Heroes discussion Discord. There is like this weekly feedback section if you've never checked that out, and there are some opinions in there, like, just see it here, from Artois: session sucks, bring the old system back, or 80% of player base will crit, including most whales who get their copies mainly from free-to-play high roads. Which is an interesting opinion. I think they face a lot of quitting players in a situation like this. I already talked about how bad it really seems to be, how bad of a decision that is to do that in such a situation. I don't see the whales that get the copies from free-to-play high rolls. I mean, from Starry Gem farmers free-to-play high rolls, yeah, but I don't think that is going to be the problem. Whales didn't really appreciate the time between the sessions. That was even worse, actually. For most whales that I talk to, the fact that Gala is back is actually very, very nice. So it's not really about the Gala nerf. If you wanted to go for an S stone, this nerf doesn't hit you in any way. If you want to go for an SS stone, this doesn't change anything for you. The only thing that does change something for you, and is in fact not very great, is that you had to wait for 4 months now for a gala, which players don't really want to do, which whales don't really want to do. This puppet gets awfully close to dying there. Very interested to see what happens then. Okay. Hopefully we get a shrink. So yeah, if whales quit, they did that actually before, and it's dead. Does that thing revive? Okay, first puppet kill. I don't know. If whales quit, they quit before this gala, I think, and not because of this gala. Okay, 1E plus 18. That was probably more than that because that looked like a ton of damage. And now we're going to see what happens if you kill a puppet. That was substantially easier to kill than the normal boss. Does this one revive? Does the fight even load? It is all a gamba. Okay, we can kill the puppet. Very interesting. Very eager to see what actually happens if we do that. I should activate Jesus, but he's only sleeping at the moment. So yeah, the opinion of Arta is though that people are quitting because of this, and in my opinion, going towards AFK Journey, if that is very valid. So yeah, and other players share this opinion. We have a lot of opinions that were posted today that talk about this, about the B+ stones, about people that don't like that there was a market crash, and pandering to spenders is one thing that was said here. 6 B+ stones for VIP 13. I don't think the 6 B+ stones for VIP 13 really caused the market crash. I don't think that was necessarily the case. It was, if you give 1 B+ stone to free-to-play, those are infinitely more B+ stones than the 6 you give to VIP 13. That is just the case. It is mostly a Starry Gem Farmer thing, I think. But still, you can't solve it by harming normal players. That is just not the way to go forward with that. That is just a bad way to solve this problem. And Team Lars here with a similar opinion, also not really into that. Those are a lot. Brownie, fellow content creator, let's read out this opinion. Really disappointed about the new reward system for Awakening Session. I'm worried this will cause a big drop in player numbers at the free-to-play low and mid-spanner level, and if the game doesn't have a healthy free-to-play player base, it will have horrible results. That is true. I share this opinion. This is really bad timing with AFK Journey just releasing and that Mushroom game. I don't know the Mushroom game, but AFK Journey, they just talked about it, pretty much valid. So yeah, then we have an opinion here by Starbit. And by the way, those guys, if you check this out, let's see the turn 15 active before I continue here. Not that much damage. If you check those out, they have like 50 upvotes. All of them have like 50 upvotes. So that's a ton. Starbit, a lot of people already gave their feedback here, and you guys should see that the community is eeping mad. You can let us wait for 4 months, even make fun of us with the Awaken of Foolishness. I don't think they made fun of us with that. That was honestly cool. And in the end, absolutely destroy the gala for free-to-play players. That they did. I get that farmers crashed the market with B+ stones, but going back to B- stones isn't the answer. True. The 500k Stellar that you gave us is nice. Indeed, it is in the Soul Awakening gala. 500k Stellar. Very nice. But nowhere near the value of a chance to get a GK copy. That's how impactful GK is. If you want to make the game even more pay to win, sure, go on. I'll be curious what your whales pay then to beat the non-existent free-to-play player base. I don't think whales are that attracted to beating free-to-play players. The most happy that I saw whales around the recent time was when we had Void Horde and players were able to face Void Horde and battle against each other. And that was basically the biggest whales fighting each other. So that I don't think is necessarily true, but you need the free-to-play player base just to have an active game. If a whale goes into a chat and you just have other whales and there you have like 40 people or something, that's not interesting. You want to discuss PvP strategies, and it doesn't even matter if it's like a whale account. If somebody says, hey, I'm the guy that thinks that, I don't know, Mim is the best hero in the game. Well, that's cool. I want to see what you do with it. I want to see if there is a new power update, what you can do with it. If you can bring it, update it to 9,000 damage or something. I don't know. That is cool. And that is like a diverse player base of free-to-players, of some spenders, of a lot of players. That is something that results from that, and I think that is the most interesting part. And GK is definitely the most impactful thing. It's also the best thing that you can do. If you want to buy some stuff, it's often better to just buy a GK copy, get the huge buff from that, and it also has a lot of value retention in comparison to packs, because you can sell that copy later on, maybe even sell the starry gems. So yeah, a lot of opinions on that. I want to hear your guys' opinion down in the comment below. I think we are going to see a kill of those puppets though this week, which I didn't really expect. They are super weak. So that is also something to look forward to. And other than that, tomorrow I will post an insane AFK Journey video, the most insane Stargate summons that you will ever see. So make sure you check that out as well. And with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.